Video game demo discs are a bit of a thing of the past nowadays, but back in the original PlayStation 1 era, it was a really cool feature of the console as it allowed you to play a bunch of games without actually having to pay full price for them, so it was a good way to decide whether you actually liked a game or not before you spent a big chunk of money on buying it. Whether you got them free with some of the games you had brought, or maybe the Demo 1 disc from your new console, or the PlayStation magazines that gave you a demo disc. There was plenty of ways for you to sample these games, and on Demo Disc Days today, I'm going to be taking a look at arguably one of the greatest demo discs of all time, that from the official UK PlayStation magazine number 42. So the big draw for this demo is the Metal Gear Solid 1 demo, but I'm going to take a look at the others first. So first up is Scars, and apparently it has excellent driving models and CPU opponents. I don't know about that, but let's see. I don't remember playing this back in the day, but here we go. It's kind of, from the looks of it, kind of a bit like a cross between Wipeout and Mario Kart. So in this I can jump like in Mario Kart. It's got the weapons on the track, I believe, that you can pick up, and it kind of has that sort of futuristic sort of feeling to it. So it's just like Wipeout on land, effectively. Okay, so we can take those out fairly easy. We've got a bomb we can throw forward, rockets we can fire in to take them out. Eat that. It's not bad actually, kind of feels alright to move around. And it's quite clever how they put you in like a canyon, so there's always a wall either side to avoid all the pop-up. That's pretty nice. Okay, so one of the things I did spot was that it's one of those games where there's always the one AI opponent that's just better than everyone else, so he's just really far front and ahead of the pack. Ugh. Right, well, I'm definitely not going to catch him now. 6th place. Come on. Oh, shit. I forgot I could jump. Oh, boy. Yeah, no, I like this. This is kind of cool. If I'd had this back in the day, I think I would have enjoyed it, but it's not one that I would have rushed out to buy. And oh, God. What the hell's that? Oh, boy. Oh, is that like a time bomb? You just got to pass it back and forth. The hot potato. Oh, shit. Get away from me. Oh, God. It's going red now. It's going to blow. Oh, shit. Oh. God damn it. Yeah, no, this is alright. This gets a thumbs up, this one. I think I'll leave it there after that disaster. Right then, let's move on to the next game. Thank you for the demo. Yes, thank you. Okay, so next up, we are going to take a look at... We'll skip the Metal Gear Solid trailer. Not Euros yet. We'll go for Bug's Life. We'll see what that's like. Oh God. Okay, well... I'm going to skip that. To avoid any sort of copyright, I don't want Disney on my ass. I think that's just a trailer anyway, so we'll skip Bug's Life. I think the demo came a bit later on in another issue, so I'm going to check this V2000 out. I'm feeling like this could be a music game, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, it's taking a while. Well, I've left this for about 2 minutes now and I don't think it's going to load, so I'm just going to reset the console. So as you can see, I'm playing it on PS2 because it's easy to record. Alright, well, we're back on the menu. I always hate that when demos don't work. So let's try, what's the next one? Max Power Racing, and we got Cool Borders 3 after that. Alright, so yeah, it's another one that kind of looks okay. Obviously Gran Turismo and the Ridge Racer Type 4 looks a lot better than this. I think this is more of a budgety sort of title. They probably spent more on this Max Power license than anything else. I think this was made by Infogrames as well. But yeah, it feels alright. It's a arcadey racer. It kind of... Oh shit. Fuck. It's a bit awkward to turn. Okay, come on. Oh shit. Shit. Oh god. Oh, okay, don't press that button because that resets your car. Crikey. Oh, look at this guy trying to get me now. Alright. What the... Oh god, I swear I didn't press the button there. Did that? I think that resetted the computer as well. Fuck. He's still behind me somehow. Okay, let's go. Oh god, watch the water there. Come on. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, game over. What? Just kills you outright. Jesus. Okay, well that's enough of that then. Let's get back out of this demo. Send previously displayed time and code to the following address. Oh shite. Gateshead, Tyne and Wear. To win a widescreen TV, a DualShock PlayStation pad, or one of 6 runner-up prizes. Competition. Wonder who won that then. Anyway, let's move on and we'll play Cool Builders 3. Now, I never owned any of these. The first snowboarding game I got was SSX on PS2, and I absolutely loved that. And I remember playing the demos of these and thinking most of them were shit. 1 and 2 have aged really badly. So let's see what this one's like. Okay, so I can... Okay. Oh, shit. Just took that one out as well. Okay, we need to try and do a trick here, because all I'm doing is jumping at the minute. Okay, aha, there it is. Alright, let's try on this one. Oh god. Okay, yeah, it still feels a bit stiff. The other two felt like really, like you're a plank of wood, just sort of hardly moving, not really flexible. But yeah, this one definitely, you can tell there's a visual improvement here. They've definitely, you know, taking advantage of the PlayStation's power at this point in the era of PlayStation. I think this was made by 989 Studios as well, who went on to make Siphon Filters. And then Days Gone. Okay, so let's try and get a trick. Come on, get some points. Oh yeah, nice little backflip. Okay, messed that one up. It doesn't matter, it's okay. Ah, he failed as well. Nice little bail there, pal. Right, up we go. Another backflip. Yeah. Not sure if I can do like proper grabs or not, but backflips is kind of working for me. Second at the minute, after all. Okay. Oh. We can punch as well, so... Oh, nice! We actually did a proper grab there. Misty. Okay, let's try and get the grind on here. Oh, no. Okay, so that's a little good. But this is miles better than Cool Builders 1 and 2. I am getting a bit of an SSX vibe from it. It's still not as good as that game, obviously, but... No, this one, you can actually have a bit of fun in this and still play it in 2021 and not feel like it's absolutely terrible. I mean, it's not great, but... Yeah, you can still see that it's kind of fun. Oh, that's going to work. Okay, well, I think he needs to go to hospital now, so we'll leave that there and let's try out the next game. Yeah, that one's alright, actually. We'll give that one a thumbs up. Okay, so now we got Devil's Dice, which is a puzzle game that I don't really remember. And, oh, God. Okay, so I know I've got to match the dice up with the numbers that are facing upwards, but how do you actually move them? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so, oh jeez, this is quite awkward. Oh god, that's not going to be right, is it? Okay, go up there. Yes, okay, match 4 then. Match 4 of the numbers and it will take them out. Okay, there we go, another 4. What can we do now? 2. Oh, God. That one is a 2. Ah, so it's like 1 is 1, 2 is 2 numbers together, 3 is 3 numbers together, and so on, maybe. But why are the 1s still there? Oh god, I'm doing rubbish here. I got 60 points, there's still loads of dice on the board. Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah, not for me, that one. Okay, let's try the next game. So what we got now? Net Heroes Hall of Fame. Oh, the reset your console after playing this demo message. I always used to hate that because that means I have to get up off my ass and do reset it. Just lazy, but hey. So this one has a load of games on it, and I want to cover them all, but not in this video because it's already going to be a huge video. So if people are interested, I will look at all of them closely, but I'm just going to show some of my favourites. And the first one that I absolutely loved was Rocks and Gems, which was kind of like, as you can probably tell, kind of like Dig Dug back in the day. And this game's just a puzzler where you're just digging through the dirt, trying to get all of the gems while avoiding all of the rocks that will fall on top of you and squash you. So yeah, it's just really fun. It's an old school game. It doesn't look that great. I mean, it's very basic. You can see that it's just like square tiles making up the whole thing. But it's so much fun. So much fun. I genuinely really love this one. I used to play it loads. It was one of my favourite Net Heroes games because it's just... The simplicity just makes it really playable. Anyone can pick up this and play it. As you can probably tell right now, I'm doing very terrible. I'm not doing it very well. But it's just a fun game. This would be great on a mobile. I mean, I'm sure there's already versions of this on mobile, but yeah, it's kind of just that sort of quality of a game. It's just fun, really fun. Just kill a few minutes just playing this, and it's just a blast. I mean, it never really gets any more like different than this. You're kind of seeing it all in the first level. There might be a few little things that get added, but in general it's just the same sort of thing. But I just thought it was cool that you could dig the dirt beside a rock, and then that rock next to it will fall out and drop down, and that makes it quite challenging, because you think you're digging safely past rocks, but you might forget that the rocks that are above you now can easily fall on top of you if you dig out the wrong bit of dirt, and it's just class. It's a really fun game. So the square ones that you can see there, they don't fall. It's always just the actual boulders. And yeah, of course, there's a time limit, and I've kind of screwed it and killed myself now because I've trapped myself. But yeah, Rocks and Gems, brilliant one. I really, really enjoyed that game. Okay, so next up we have Haunted Maze, and this was apparently done in 13 days, which is kind of impressive. So this one is a sort of 3D Pac-Man sort of game, and I'm having to mute the music because he uses a bunch of classical music, like I don't know what it was called, but it's that one where it's like on Theme Park Rise, that one. So I'm not really sure if that's going to get me copyright struck, so I'm going to just mute it just to be safe. But yeah, it just plays that over and over, and you'll just hear the odd zombie screech. So yeah, it's basically a Pac-Man game. You've got to go around collecting all these shapes while avoiding the handful of zombies that might be walking around. And I think once you grab them all, I think there's like a door in the level that opens, and you've got to try and make your way through there. But I just thought it's impressive because it's 3D, and it just shows you like the kind of the potential that the Net Your Rose stuff had. You didn't just have to make a NES looking 2D game. You could actually get some decent things out of this. And there's another one that I'm going to show you later that's even more impressive. So next up is Blitter Boy, and this was developed from the message there just over 12 months. And this is one that you can tell the guy who made it kind of knew what they were doing, because they're quite flashy. Like this intro is all animated, and it's quite nice effects on it, and it just looks really cool. And this was a game it's not really that it's kind of basic in the gameplay, but it's still kind of fun. A lot of them, the Net Your Rose ones, they went for like an arcadey sort of feel, and this is one of those sort of games. Again, it could work on a mobile nowadays. So basically, you're this little kid with this like cannon, and you've got to basically rescue all the babies and take out all the ghosts. So it's kind of a bit like Flicky and Sonic 3D, Flicky's Island, where you run up to the babies. As you can see, they sort of latch onto you then, and they follow you around, and I think if they get hit, they come off of the chain, so you'd have to go and pick them up again. And basically you just got to pick them up and take them to the centre to drop them off, and then you have to sort of just kill every ghost in the area. So there you see, look, that's kind of like in Flicky's Island for Sonic, when you jump through the ring and then all the birds drop through. So you basically just escort missions, but it's kind of fun. But I just feel like this guy could have done more than this. He's clearly got a lot of talent. It's the most like visually impressive 2D sort of game. It's got a lot of nice effects on it. I just thought like it was kind of basic. I think they spent more time on the graphics than the gameplay, but it's still fun. The ghosts have that nice little transparency effect. And I mean, they're definitely a rip-off from Pac-Man, but it's cool. There's sprite scale in there when the fruit comes down and then shrinks. It's there's lots to it. And I always wished I knew how to do all of this. I would have loved to have got that Black Dev PlayStation console with all the Net Your Rose stuff on it to be able to make games, but unfortunately I was never good at maths to be able to do it. But weirdly enough, I did end up working for someone when I was a game designer, making mobile and PC games, that actually made a Net Your Rose game and had it on one of these discs. It was just a poker game, so it was a card game, so it was nothing too fancy, but I just thought it was really cool that I actually know someone who's actually made one of these games. So yeah, that was a nice little insight there. So yeah, this is basically it. So we've got all the babies now, and we just need to take out the last few ghosts, and there we go. So we can go to the televator, which is the teleport elevator, which takes you up to the next floor, and that's basically it. You've done one stage, you've done them all. So next up is Psychon, and I like this one because it reminds me of a couple of games I used to play back in the day. One was Crackdown on the Mega Drive, which was just top-down shooter, and another one which was on the PlayStation called Loaded and then Reloaded. It kind of just looks the same as this, really. So it's basically just you're this guy, this unnamed soldier, just going through this like facility, taking out everyone in there. It's just a fun little game. I suppose games like Hotline Miami and that are like this nowadays. But yeah, this is just cool. Easy to die, as you can see there. A lot of enemies running around shooting. But yeah, it's just a nice little one. It's one of the more sort of adult ones as well, I'd say. So next up is Hover Car Racing, which was done in 14 weeks. Now this one looks very basic, but it's actually really addictive, like a lot of these games. And it's just fun to play, and it feels good to control as well. So obviously it's a racing game. You're in like hover ships, and you just drive around. And I just loved doing the time trials, going around. So you can see it looks like something that you'd find on like an Atari game or something, but it feels really cool. So the sort of physics that are in it, well, I say physics, but yeah, the handling and that, it just works really well. You can glide around the corner, let it go, and you sort of change the direction to sort of rotate the ship on its axis. It's just really cool, and I remember spending a lot of time on this, just driving around, trying to get the best times I could. And then I think for that week or so that the magazine was out with the disc, I would go, oh yeah, I got at school. I'd be like, yeah, I got like 2 minutes on this track. I got 1 minute 30. What did you get? We'd have a little competition for the week. Eventually, we did get bored because it is a basic looking game, and the PlayStation 1 had a lot better games. But for a couple of days there, it was kind of fun to play. And yeah, it proves that you don't need the best graphics to have a fun game. The simplest game can be one of the funnest, and this is definitely one of those. It's a really just nice little racer, and it's fun. It's a shame that there wasn't like a multi-tap support, so you could have like four ships on there at once, all driving around racing each other, because that would have been cool. But yeah, it's a fun game. Okay, so next up we have another big hitter on this. This was one of the most impressive games on Net Heroes for me. I absolutely loved it, and all my friends were talking about this one because it was just so shocking to see. Well, look at it, a 3D game like this. So it's called Terra Incognita, and it's made by people who's not got English as their first language, so there's a lot of errors in the text that comes up on screen, but it's kind of, you get what they're trying to say, and sometimes it's kind of funny just to see them use the wrong word. But yeah, overall it's kind of like I'd say like an RPG sort of game, adventure game, like a Zelda type thing. And it's 3D, and you can move the camera around and everything. It's all built on like a sort of Tomb Raider style square block grid system. But yeah, look at it, it's so cool, so impressive as well. So you can walk around, you have a sword, you can pick up the blocks, and you can stack them on top of each other to get up to higher ledges, and you basically just, each area has an exit, and you just go through to get through. You have to talk to people to get missions and find keys in chests and attack weird blob-like creatures like this. So combat's a bit awkward, but yeah, this one was great. I've never finished it, but it seems like it's a really big game. I think I just got stuck at some point, but yeah, I absolutely love this one. It was just class, so much fun. And if you liked that, I would definitely be interested in playing Terra Incognita and a bunch of the other ones more. So just let me know in the comments if you're into that. But now it's time for us to get to the main event, the Metal Gear Solid stuff. So first up, I'm going to take a look at the trailer, because there are a few things in here that I would like to just point out that were different to what we saw in the original release. So let's just boot it up and watch it. So one of the first things that you'll see is that there's a lot of pre-rendered stuff in this. So there's some unique character models that you don't really see. So the Hind D here, the Ninja, the Revolver Ocelot as well. None of that's in the game. You never see it looking like that. And all this footage here is like from it's not the final build, basically. It's all early stuff, so it all looks kind of different. Some of it looks the same, like that corridor there actually looks the same. But yeah, you'll see these bits as well that they put for the trailer. So you never fight the ninja in that corridor, but this trailer shows you shooting at him in that corridor. Because that's the corridor where he kills all the guards, but you go through there and he's already at the door about to go through into the next room. So you never see that bit. But yeah, it's just basically just showing off all the effects and stuff. You know, all the paper getting blown around, the screen smashing and the effects on that. But yeah, it's just cool to see how the game looked at this point in the game's development. I think the radar is slightly different as well. The blue cone colours a darker shade of blue. So yeah, you can do that in the game, but there's never like 2 guards up there. And I don't know whether... Is that how the guards look? Or were they the ones in the nuclear bit? But yeah, there's a lot of little differences. You know, you never get the FAMAS there either. I mean, technically you could go back to that point. But yeah, and here's another bit as well, like this bit here, that Meryl and Snake in Psycho Mantis' room are literally shooting at nothing at that point. There's no one in there, you can see on the radar there's nothing there. They're just doing it to make it look like an action sort of trailer, I guess. But it's just strange that they do that. But here, right here, is the biggest bullshit in the trailer. So Snake is shown here to be planting a bunch of C4 in a load of different locations. So he's down in the area where you have to blow up the wall to get to Ocelot and Baker, and then he's doing it outside on the helipad. And look at this, he's blowing them all up, and they're all blowing up in a sequence, and there's like multiple explosions. Yet in the game, it was one of the first things I tried when I got the C4, but you could only put like 3 down, I think, 3 at once, and I was so disappointed because I wanted to do that with a chain reaction going around the whole base. But sadly you can't, because I remember trying it as well once I got the bandana, and yeah, the bandana limits you as well. It was so disappointing. But I would have loved to have been able to do that in game and just made this like long snaking path of explosions, because it would have just been so cool. But I guess they just realised the PS1 just couldn't handle it, and they had to just cut it down, which is a massive shame. So, as well as a video of the game, they also had a playable demo, and this was an absolutely huge demo. It's like the first like 5 or 6 areas. So you've got like the docks bit at the start, the helipad, going inside the building, going into the lift, down into the prison bit. It's basically you go from the start all the way up till you get to the DARPA chief, and then it sort of just ends on a cliffhanger. But you have all the cutscenes in there and everything, so you know, it's like an hour or so long demo the first time you play it, and it's just brilliant. It absolutely blew my mind when I played this, and it just sold me on the game straight away. I wanted it anyway, but this was like, yes, I need this game. I have to have this game. So yeah, you can't do the VR training or load a game in this demo. You can't look at the special theatre where you can see all the mission briefing stuff. So we'll just start the new game. And yeah, I'm going to skip the cutscenes because, like I said, this video would be like twice as long. So I'm just going to zap through all of this. But yeah, man, this brings back so many great memories. I mean, the last time I played this was, I think it was 2 years ago now, when I did the Metal Gear Solid month on the channel. And I had an absolute blast playing it. I was terrible at it because I had forgotten how it all sort of, the finesse of the game, you know, the controls are a bit clunky, so you've got to sort of adjust to that. And it took me a while. It took me towards the end of the playthrough I sort of mastered it, like trying to grab a guard without them alerting when you move to grab them. You know, there's a trick to that, and it's just picking up all those sort of skills again. But yeah, man, this game was just incredible, absolutely incredible. Just like everything about it was just a massive leap forward for the industry. You know, visually, it's one of the best looking games on the console. And yeah, it's a top-down view, so they kind of avoid pop-up, but that works in its favour because you rarely see things pop up, and you can look in first person to move around, well, to look around, not move. But yeah, it's so cinematic. You know, it was hundreds and hundreds of lines of dialogue, you know, hours worth of audio. There was a quality musical score. You know, visually it looked awesome. A storyline that, while a little bit heavy in terms of dialogue, was really impressive. You know, you hadn't seen anything like this at this point. You know, the Tomb Raiders had a story, but it was only like a couple of 1 or 2 minute pre-rendered FMVs to link the levels together with, you know, a kind of basic plot that had a start, middle and end, but there wasn't really much meat to that character or anything like that. You know, Crash Bandicoot had a couple of scenes, but it was basic, whereas this was the main draw of this is the story and going along for the ride. And what a bloody ride it was. It's fantastic. It's just so many great ideas. I mean, it is just basically a retread of the 2 MSX games that he made at Metal Gear, because it's very similar. He takes a lot of scenes from those games, but at the time I wasn't aware of that, and it just absolutely blew my mind. And this is one of my favourite games of all time. I could play this at any point, and it's one of my most quoted games as well. You know, I'm always quoting lines from this because it's just great, absolutely fantastic. I think I covered it in the magazine. There was the final line. It was like, was it unputdownable while you're playing it, unforgettable once it's finished. It's just so true, so true. Like, I've completed this countless times, and you know, this was a game that I played on PS1, completed probably like 5 or 6 times. And then when PS2 came out, I still put this in the PS2 and was playing it on that. You know, whether it was waiting for Metal Gear Solid 2 to come out and I was getting hyped playing this again, or playing it afterwards, or just going back, you know, fantastic. Then when the PS3 came out, I brought it on the download for that, played it on there. I think I had it on my PS Vita, I think I've had it on there, played it on that. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I even brought the GameCube one and played Twin Snakes, and I hated that version. It kind of ruins it, but this for me is just one of the greatest games of all time. So the list come down, there we go, we're going up. Snake's going to get changed, and we're going to see the helicopter up there. Liquor's going to be there. He's going to swat down a couple of bothersome flyers, and we're going to get told all about the radar. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. If you want to get in, there's the front door. You can't just go up to the door. You can't just knock on the door and ask them to let him in. They're armed with 5.56s and pineapples. Yeah. He's got his cigarettes suppressed in his stomach, and he flirts with Ailing a little bit and all that stuff. It's just quality. So cool. And I don't think in this demo there is actually any real differences. I think it's pretty much the final build, I think, which is kind of a disappointing, because it would have been cool to have played like a really early version of it just to see what was different. But yeah, this is easily in my top 5 games of all time. Last of Us 1 Remastered is my favourite of all time. I've got Sonic 2, Sonic 2's in there. That's probably second. Metal Gear would probably be third. And then, I don't know. I don't know what the other 2 would be, because there's so many good ones. Yeah, I'd be tempted to throw Tekken 3 around, Tomb Raider 2, and then more modern ones as well. But yeah, the 3 that I think are my favourites, for the ones that have affected me the most: Metal Gear Solid, Sonic 2, and Last of Us Remastered. Those ones, if I could only play like those games and nothing else ever again, I'd be happy with those 3. Okay, so let's see if we can game. One of the cool things in this, the guards can hear you. Never really heard that in a game before. Okay, so I'll put that up. If you're moving when you grab him, he'll see you, which is really annoying. But yeah, audio works really well in this. There's so many cool things. The whole DualShock thing that they do later on, fantastic. Reading the memory card, having to switch the controller ports. My God, there's so many fucking iconic bits. So many out of the box thinking as well. The codec call on the CD case, and yeah, oh man, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I hope they do remake this properly. But I want it on PS5, and I am kind of worried, because there's rumours at the minute that Metal Gear is going to be Xbox exclusive, because Microsoft are throwing their money around yet again. But it's a game that deserves to be on the PlayStation, because it was a PlayStation game. You know, I'll happily let Xbox players play it as well, but it needs to be on the PlayStation. It just sucks when games like that just get exclusivity deals. And you know, Rise of the Tomb Raider was one. It was exclusive for Xbox for a year, and it's just awful. You know, multi-platform games like that shouldn't be like one game in the series becomes exclusive to a console. It just sucks for everyone. Okay, so we're going through here. So we're sneaking in now. A first-person bit as well. And here he discovers that there's an intruder beside him. Huh?
Something happened.
There's an intruder beside me? A ninja? And now we're trying to get through. The easiest way to get through. Call for a vent. But this would be really loud, wouldn't it? If you were in the room that this was above. You would fucking hear him. There's no way you could crawl through that silently. You could just hear the as the vent sort of pops because it bulges outward because of his weight. So this is probably the worst way he could have got in, because they'll just know. They'll just know he's there. None of them are ever going to think, oh, that's a big rat. Okay, here's the exit. Apologies, because this probably looks really dark on the video. Okay, so now we're down. What have we got in here? Ta-da! We're in. Handy ladder there as well, and the vent was open. Okay, let's get the shaft. Oh, all the cardboard boxes here. Okay, that is different. That is not normally there. Okay, I'm just going to use the shaft. My stomach's rumbling there. Apologies if you heard that. Shaft grenade. Yeah, that's it. We'll just get past the camera that way. Okay. See what's in all of these, then I'll have to check now. I think thermal goggles used to be here. Yep. Whee. And then nothing there. Nope. Okay. And then I don't think we'll be able to get in the one over the other side. I can't remember if you need like the basic key, level 1 key. And the bottom one, in the bottom right, you can't get into until you come back up to here. I think we need to get it off the DARPA chief, I think. Or maybe even Baker. That camera there is one of the most awkward ones to get past in the entire game. Because trying to get past that top bit of the stairs with the railing without getting caught by the camera, my god. I think first time playing, if I didn't get caught outside on the helipad, that was probably where I got caught for the first time. That bloody camera. A cardboard box, man. What a tool. I love that as well, the fact you can move with it. Huh? What was that noise? Just a box walking. Oh, it's just so cool. It's a great game, this. If you've ever had a PlayStation 1, you needed to have this game. Okay, so here he is, other side of the wall. Look. There. You can do that later with the room where Otacons is, I think. I'm sure you can do it there. Okay, so now we go around and then up the ladder. So this is basically the end of the demo now. We've just got to crawl through and then go and drop down into his cell. And basically you don't really rescue him. Well, you'll see. So yeah, sorry, we've got another bit of darkness. There's a couple of Easter eggs here, so I'm just going to see if they're there still. So here we should see Johnny, the infamous, soon to be infamous prison guard. He always has a bit of a stomach problem. In all the Metal Gears, you'll see him, and this is like his first appearance. I think he was just sitting on there to have a little break and not actually go to the toilet. I hope so, because his trousers weren't pulled down, so if he was shitting, it's just shit into his trousers, so that would be bad. So where's the next one? Okay, the next one is the Meryl Easter egg, isn't it? I think you can look in her cell first, so you can spy on her now. Is that a woman? Not him. So you can come, if you go back out of down the ladder now and go back in and look in her cell again, I think she takes her trousers off and you get to perv on her a bit more. Just a random fact for you. That's not, apparently. I don't know. It's not like I did that when I was a kid or anything. Guilty. So yeah, here we go. So he's talking about Metal Gear. And there's a little twist here, but yeah. It's a key bit, this. It comes back later on. But we'll skip all that. Not to spoil it if you haven't played this game. You really should have, though.
If it hadn't been for the revolution.
You knew? Metal Gear is a top-secret Black Ops project. How could you possibly know that? We've had a couple of runnings in the past.
Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
You haven't heard from your bosses or anyone, have you? About a PAL card.
Haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you?
Oh,
Your
dude.
bosses
No,
I just said no.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Uh-oh.
What is
Why me? Why? What the hell? So you killed the chief, you bastard. I could just quote this all day. I'm just smiling like a little goofy kid right now. This is so cool. Dead. Yeah, guys, about that guy you told me to rescue, he's kind of dead. Shit. God damn it, Snake. You had one mission. And this is it, I think. Yep. To be continued. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, bum. And that's it. That brings me to an end of this video, and to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. If you want to see more of these, let me know in the comments, and I'll do some more magazines and demos. Until next time, see ya.